Hello, English 4 students, and welcome to Chapter 8 of Agatha Christie's. And then there were none. So here's kind of what we talked about today while we interacted with Chapter 8 of And Then There Were None. So we first start off with them convincing Blore to join them, but he kind of shares a theory that he has that quickly kind of gets debunked. Then right here, we find a very important piece of information that we find out from Philip Lombard. We can then continue to have them look over the island. They run into section here. Here is the General MacArthur section. He has a very interesting conversation that makes people kind of worried about how General MacArthur is feeling. Then we get into section 3. And so here's where the first thing I need to kind of talk to y'all about symbolism. Right here's where we begin to get symbolism. So they start to notice that there's an increase in waves and a storm is about to come. When we think of storms, they usually symbolize a moment of chaos and a moment of panic. And usually once the rain starts opening up, that's when the truth really starts coming out, or like a lot of things begin to happen during that particular point. So when it doesn't rain this chapter, but whenever it rains, keep an eye out for what starts to happen during the storm. But kind of Lombard just points out how it's kind of interesting that we have all the stuff that we could try to get in contact with the mainland, but we can't. And just the rain is kind of the main thing that got the focus on that foreshadowing. We come to Vera, and Vera kind of goes on a walk, and she runs into General MacArthur. Now, here's an interesting thing. Think about the character of Vera Claythorne and the character of General MacArthur. There's a similarity there. They have an overlap. They have a connection. What is that connection? So just think about that. But the conversation, I would say, out of all of this that goes on, the conversation between General MacArthur and Vera Claythorne is kind of the more interesting, meaty portions of this particular chapter. And so if you were to write like your prompt over it, this would probably be one of the areas that I would hit. Part 5 is also another spot that I would also probably look into for your prompts, because we have Blore and Mr. Armstrong, and they start trying to place the blame on certain people that are on the island. After they search the outside, they quickly discovered that there's nowhere to hide outside, so they decided to do the house. We have this very interesting event happen with Mr. Rogers, and yeah, that's about it. So that's chapter 8. The middle of chapter 8. So basically, they're searching the island. Not a whole lot of crazy actions going on, but I would say pay close attention, and I would probably even write my prompts over either the interaction between General MacArthur and Vera Claythorne, or the interaction between Dr. Armstrong and William Henry Blore when they're one-on-one waiting for Lombard to come back. All right, but that's chapter 8. Do 10 annotations over that, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.